Mark Collinsworth with us again here today from Vere Capital in a time of crisis on Wall Street. Mark, the big question for investors, big and small, for investors who are experts and amateurs is how do you know what stocks to keep at this time?
Well, one of the easiest things to do at this time, go into your pantry, open up your refrigerator. What products do you buy on a weekly or monthly basis where you're a repeat customer? You'd be surprised at, the company that you actually own in your own refrigerator or pantry. But just because you buy a lot of a product from a specific company, you still have to take time to look at the balance sheet and the cash flows to make sure you're not buying a weak company or too expensive a company.
All right, so those kind of looking at your kitchen cabinet, looking around the house, what stocks come to mind that might be good prospects to buy at this point?
Well, you in the industry, a lot of times we refer to, Walmart as a trade down stock. It sells very cheap goods and stuff like that. That might be a good place to start your research at. But again, you have to take the time to look at the balance sheet, the cash flow, and more importantly, what's the valuation of those stocks before you buy them.
And how do you do that if you're just an amateur at it?
Well, usually the easiest way to look at the valuation of a company is it's easy, but it's also complicated. It's simply taking the future value of the cash flows from that company and discounting them back to present value.
But I mean, generally speaking, something like Walmart isn't going to go under. It's actually going to prosper probably at this time, right?
It should prosper at this time because so many people actually are using the products. But I would never say a company can never go under. If you look at the Dow Jones Industrial Average, when the original stocks were put together in 1880, I believe, out of those 30 stocks, only one of those stocks is actually still in business today.
All right, but I mean, considering what's going on, kitchen products, products you use around the house, around the yard, those are fairly safe bets you're saying. Now, and the big thing that comes to mind that's often used as an example is Procter & Gamble. Now, why is that a good bet at this time?
Well, Procter & Gamble has a lot of products that people consistently, repeatedly buy. It has shampoos, conditioners, deodorants, toiletries, products, things like that. And those are kind of a lot of items that people are seeking out right now to buy.
And toilet paper especially, right?
A lot of toilet paper. The most important thing is you also don't want to buy a stock that's also become overvalued. So, Procter & Gamble had a nice run here over the last several weeks. You got to be careful of jumping onto fads or trends and then just watch those fads or trends reverse and see the stocks go down. So you have to be careful of those as well.
But something like Procter & Gamble, I mean, people, there's been trucks hijacked already with thousands of pounds of toilet paper on it. So, I mean, that's going to endure during this, if not so more than ever, right?
Well, look at the flip side of that, you're only going to use so much toilet paper during your lifetime. And I've seen people actually buy, something like, 5,000 rolls of toilet paper. Their entire family's not going to go through 5,000 rolls of toilet paper anytime in the next 2 or 3 years.
But they're still buying it, especially now. They want to make sure they have that and other essential items.
Well, that's correct. And if you're interested, Costco just posted last week that they won't take any toilet paper back if you decide to return it.
Okay, so that's a good bet for those who are wondering what stocks to keep. Now, reverse of this, what stocks should you definitely not keep with this turmoil on Wall Street?
I would probably stay away from, let's say financials, for instance. Financials are big into mortgages. A lot of people right now aren't going to be able to make their mortgage payments, and you don't know when they'll be able to start making their mortgage payments. So those banks are going to take losses from that. So I would really watch your exposure to banks right now because credit cards aren't going to get paid, mortgages aren't going to get paid, car payments aren't going to get paid.
And how about something like the car companies?
I'm really not a big fan of car companies, just simply because they're so tied to economic growth. The best time to buy car companies is actually during the middle of recessions. Right now, we're actually getting ready to go into a recession, so I'd say automotive cars still have a ways to go before they're actually a good buying opportunity.
Well, Mark, let's say somebody has a lot of stocks or some stocks in GM at this time. Should they dump them or hold on to them until GM and other car companies recover?
Well, it depends on the individual's situation. But right now, I wouldn't buy any car companies. But everyone has their own different taste. If you own GM, some people think you should buy a stock and hold it forever. No, you actually have to take profits from a stock. So if you have a good profit, you may want to look at taking some of that now and redeploying it in another stock or buying back into the stock you sell out of.
Well, all right, but if you have GM stock or is stock in some other car company, the stocks have dropped already for those companies. Now, should you sell out at a loss or should you hold on to it and wait for the recovery?
Well, long-term stocks always tend to recover. So, if you can ride out the volatility you've already bought into it, you may want to hold it for longer term. But if you want to deploy new capital, I would wait and just be a little more patient. You might get a better buying opportunity, or at least buy at a time where there's not as much stress and emotions involved in the stocks.
How about those who are panicking and thinking they've got to cash out everything, not hold on to any stocks at this time?
One of the key things in this industry is you never really want to panic. When you start panicking, you really start making unwise decisions. So if you do want to sell a stock, take a look at what your current situation is. Is that money that you can have tied up for the next 2 or 3 years? And did you buy a stock based on good fundamentals, or did you buy the stock because the stock was going up and you just want to jump on the bandwagon to make some quick money? The stock market's not a casino. If you want to make bets, speculative bets, and not do your research and homework, there's a place out in the Nevada desert you can actually go and bet on black or red any day of the week.
Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Okay, but for those again, who are really wondering, they're adrift here at sea. They should have some cash, though, right? That they should convert some of their stocks to cash.
Oh yeah, I tell people you should always have a cash cushion in your portfolios, because you just never know when an opportunity is going to present itself. That's for the stock market as a whole, when going into recessions or the coronavirus, or you never know. A great company might just have a bad earnings report and drop, and that extra cash gives you a chance to buy into a great company that just happened to have a bad quarter of earnings.
All right, Mark Collinsworth of Vere Global, thanks for some vital advice at a turbulent time on Wall Street. Mark, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.